Welcome to Friday. If you only knew what it takes to do a show every single morning, you wouldn't do your own show. I guarantee it. Kyle's night's sleep last night.
Everywhere I go, the people really want to know who I is.
Let me give you a little insight on a Friday morning into the life.
This is how we go.
Kyle already knows where I'm going with this. We have not said two words to each other this morning because Kyle had a bit of a night last night. And when we're like, hey, we're doing the show, and we kind of drop into our morning call at different times. We build out the show on a community Google Doc. So it's kind of working in the process. Then Isaac comes in the morning, starts putting together the StreamYard from the doc that we built that morning early, right, about the articles and the things we want to talk about. And then we kind of just roll around this 8:40 Eastern time where we're kind of cycling in. We'll drop into the Google Meet at like 8:30, 8:20, depending. And today it was like 8:43. And I was like, I hope Kyle's alive. And then he drops in, and I was like, hey, having that day. He's like, oh, he had that night.
Yeah. So immediately I'm pulling the Google Docs, starting to scan. I'm like, hit the live stream. I've got 20 seconds to prepare, y'all. 20 seconds to prepare. Let's go.
Okay, we put some ground balls in today. First of all, we want to say thank you for an awesome week of troublemaking. It has been a lot of fun on social media. If you don't follow our social profiles, a lot of fun happens there. The regular email, you can sign up at asodu.com. That's our regular drip that comes, but we also are getting very involved on social media, primarily, like LinkedIn, Instagram. Also, we're rocking Facebook and TikTok now, trying to get some Instagram reels out there. And we also have a YouTube channel. If you have them subscribed to the YouTube channel, we bought a really fancy domain for it. It's ASOTube, ASOTU.be.
Boom.
ASOTube.
We fancy. We okay there.
So hit there, because once we get to 500 subscribers there, we can have some more community features, which then we can interact with you a little bit more. But today it's Friday. We've had a long week of troublemaking, Kyle. It's not over yet.
We've had a long, you know what? I feel like, and this is good. This is good energy. I feel like I get to the end of every single day and I'm just like, what happened? How did that happen? And what do I do tomorrow to recap yesterday and keep moving forward? And that, like last night, Amanda, I was sitting at the dinner table just looking at her.
Just drooling on yourself.
Just literally drooling on myself. And she's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know, but I know it was good. I know it was good. There were things that happened today that are going to change the trajectory of automotive. I don't know what they were, but they were good. So,
but I'm sure we can map back to it. I probably, a lot of people can relate to this, where you get to the end of the day and you're sitting with, a significant other or somebody meaningful to you. And they're like, what happened? Right? Like that conversation. What'd you do today? And you're like, everything. And I can't remember a single thing. Right. I know I did. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign, but the one positive thing I'm going to pull out of it is that I can guarantee you we left it all on the field.
Absolutely. Paul, yes, we're going to chat real quick. Okay. Everyone who's with us, just hang tight.
It's our morning.
Yesterday, I met a guy who is building Web 3.0 experiences that you can literally walk around 9 models. He has every single year, make, model, trim built out for 9 vehicle OEMs for every single one of their cars. And it is probably the most immersive VR experience that I have seen to date. Period.
Wow.
It's going to be nuts. Yeah.
Is it a company or is this just some dude that's like, hey, I could do this?
It's a dude in a company, but I'm going to keep him on the down low because he's not really ready. He and I have known each other for about a year.
We'll talk offline. This is how it usually happens in the troublemaking community, right? Like when the announcement actually comes to everybody, it's like we're typically not that surprised. Right. But hey, I think that's a great way to get into our first article. I'm not going to segue it, but today we're talking about 3 things that really are surrounding the retail environment. And, we're going to get through because we have a lot to do today. You have a lot to do today, but these are 3 things we think you should be paying attention to. Number 1, we talked earlier this week about the Bitcoin 2022 that's happening in Miami. And yesterday, a new announcement of a new partnership between the mobile payment app Strike. I've heard of Strike, and Shopify. I've heard of Shopify, right? And so basically this will allow you to use crypto to buy a whole lot of things. Like Miami was saying, they want to make crypto available tender just about everywhere. And so CEO Jack Muller says it's a new, innovative, superior payments rail that is finally embedded and distributed into our lives. He said to a packed crowd at Miami Bitcoin conference yesterday. Wow. He showed a video of him paying for crypto at a Chicago grocery store. and listed a whole bunch of retailers where you're going to be able to do this soon. So McDonald's, CVS, Walgreens, Whole Foods, Walmart, right? So like the way we
takes a
headlined
gateway.
this.
All it takes is a gateway. And once you have the gateway, it's just like any payment processor. It's literally Square, but for
you can use crypto.
Right?
You can use crypto.
It's done. So.
And so it's like buying diapers with crypto is one step closer to being a reality.
Buying diapers with crypto.
Let's go. So that is
I'm gonna do it.
You should. Because you got to do it today, right?
I have to look. I've only got a couple years to figure that out, and then we're no more diapers. So we're gonna figure this out in that timeline.
You think?
Yeah,
I thought that too. I thought that. Watch your mouth. Don't let my wife hear you say that. Right? So thinking of that, right? So retail payments are changing, right? We've been talking about, our friends at Scion Digital, what they're doing to bring crypto payments into the automotive space and partnerships with other automotive vendors. So this is just an indicator, a leading indicator, right? That it's that much closer to being inside your dealership. So if you haven't been paying attention, pay attention because it's coming. And the more you know about it, the more you can respond to it. Next article comes out of Austin, Texas, something else that we were talking about a while ago. And now the opening party at the GigaFactory in Texas. It was called a rodeo. Oh, I don't know. It was like a rodeo event where they kind of opened, Elon Musk opened up the factory to about 1,000 people. It could walk tour, little rock concert like, and gave, I thought, some impressive details about what the plans are for that factory. And I think some hints at where manufacturing is going, in the industry.
Okay.
So they say next year they're going to produce 500,000 vehicles from this factory, single factory, 500,000. And they said they're going to ramp up to 1 million.
Out of one factory. That's nuts. I mean, it's a massive factory, right? But
they said it's the size of what Musk says it's equivalent to 3 Pentagons.
He's like, I see you, Pentagon. Boop, boop, boop. Done, right?
Triple 338 million cubic feet. Here's the thing that interested me most. I mean, they're going to there's some fanfare stuff. They're going to be developing the humanoid robot there and stuff like that.
Right.
But here's the thing. All the manufacturing for the entire vehicle is under one roof. All of it, including the battery packs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you think of what's happening,
that's how you get speed. That's the only way, right? You're not, that's where
think of how you couldn't do that.
It's like half the vehicle is assembled here, half of it's assembled there, right? And then you've got to get supply chains into multiple different places. Yeah. And so now it's like all assembled here, including many of the parts are assembled here as well. And that's supply chain management.
You couldn't do that with an internal combustion engine because it's so complex. Imagine all the parts you'd have to manufacture in-house to make an internal combustion engine, right? There's thousands of parts that go in that thing. Nope. Battery pack, motor.
Boom.
Done. So, I think, that's, you think about what's happening in manufacturing. So retail, right? We have the manufacturing lane. We have the payments lane. It's kind of the beginning and the end right there.
Yep.
Let's talk about, speaking of the manufacturing chain, what's in the middle.
Stop. Yo. Stop.
Oh, I messed up my segue. I messed it up.
Oh my goodness.
I still have it.
We're flying today, y'all. Hang with us. We're going to be here. Stop segue time. We're talking. Wait, first of all, the fact that we're talking about Walmart is definitely surprising, but I think
shouldn't be.
It's not surprising in the fact that they are pressing in. I saw this article. I'm glad you included it, but the fact that they are moving the average wages from 87 for truckers to
87,000 a year
to 95K to 110K, right? I think is the number. Which here's the thing, couple things. Supply and demand of people. Boom. You got to pay them higher to get them. There's an inventory shortage of truck drivers. And if an inventory shortage of truck drivers has to do with an inventory shortage of things on the shelf, then you better go find the inventory, and that's people. And you need people to deliver things. So
the average truck driver gets paid, long haul truck drivers, $56,000 a year is actually the average wage. So Walmart is almost doubling that. And I have noticed that when you see Walmart trucks on the road, those are professional drivers.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Everybody else might be a professional because they're getting paid to do it. But Walmart drivers, right? There's a different level. It's like going to Chick-fil-A. It's like those are professional fast food, team members, right? They're not just a fry guy. And so, here's what I think why this is important for automotive. being willing to spend the money on the quality person is an important thing if you want to deliver an exceptional customer experience. Walmart understands that reliability, that having the best people, that having the most professional, like they realize that affects everything else in their business. And
exactly
right now, with all the high demand for moving freight around, right? Like we've been hearing about in the news, they realize that, yes, maybe they're spending disproportionately more for the drivers, but they understand that that's going to give them a competitive advantage. They're not looking at it as a sunk cost, right? As a cost of doing business. I think that they're looking at it as an investment in their supply chain. That's what I think.
They absolutely are. You are absolutely right. It's not just the materials, it's the people that are a part of everything that goes into your business. Invest in your people and they'll invest in your business.
Do you think that there's a line of people waiting to get that job?
Absolutely.
As far as the truck
probably is.
Which means they can be very picky, which means that if you have that job, guess what? Not only did you qualify and you got through the application process and got there, but you really don't want to lose it either.
You're going to be sticky.
You're showing up to work. You're being upbeat, right? You're getting the job done. And so whatever it is that you're doing today, we hope that you're getting the job done. Because retail is not stopping. The world is not stopping. We have a couple days left to make some trouble this week. Thanks for spending some time with us here. We will see you around the internet really, really soon, like in 3 minutes.